All right, so I finally broke down and bought a gun safe. I was gonna just get gun storage to get my firearms out of my closet because I mean we don't live in a bad neighborhood, so I wasn't really worried about people breaking in my house and taking my firearms. And plus, a lot of people do give um, my house a wide berth when I walk by, so it's because of these two right here. But anyways, so I'll go ahead and bring it down right here. You can kind of look at what it is. If you want to know a lot more information or get into detail, there's other YouTubers that do that. I'm just kind of giving you a brief overview of what this is and what it isn't. Go ahead and open it up. Okay, here it is. So it does have lights already in it. I ended up buying some right here. But this came with them already. So I called my dad and said, "Hey, you want a light and sensor for your safe?" He's like, "Yep." So I'm gonna go ahead and take that down to him, and he can go ahead and use it. Now this is like not the most expensive or the best on the market. I was looking at other gun storage systems that were a lot thinner. It was just kind of like sheet metal, and I was going to use that instead because I really don't live in a neighborhood where I feel like I need to lock up all my stuff. But I really needed to get my firearms out of my closet and into a safe because they're just taking up so much room. I mean, I already have like tons. I have like what 12 different ammo cans, so 1,000 rounds of different types of ammo for different calibers, and that takes up quite a bit of room already. So I didn't want to spend too much. This was like over $1,000, and I got it for like $649 of all the discounts, including my military discounts. So it comes with, as you can see, it comes with 12 pistols, pockets. I used them all up, and I still have extra pistols to shove in here. But it works really well. So I really haven't used these for anything yet, for any kind of documentation. But, you know, you can see I have my 22 Ruger in there. I have my 500 Magnum from Smith & Wesson. And then, of course, my Navy Colt right there. And then I have a 38 revolver right there. 38 special. But, yeah, it just kind of shows you what you can put in there. You know, got a 45 ACP. 38 super and and then, you know, so it kind of gives you an idea. You just have to make sure that you have to move your other guns to the side, your other pistols to the side. Then I put some of my mags up here. I have more mags, they're not all gonna fit. I decided to use this system because I found it really interesting. As you can see, this is the normal system that most gun safes use. And I have 3 right here, and it's already like taking up all the area. So you can imagine if I was trying to shove all these firearms within something like that, it wouldn't really work. It's a lot of wasted space. So I decided to give this a shot, and it seems to be working really well. It still leaves me quite a bit of room to get in there and grab my firearms. I need it. And I can put a lot more rifles in there, which I'm planning to get. Then I got my Pennsylvania long rifle, flintlock, and it fits all the way up to the top. So if you guys have black powder, that'll work. Got my double barrel coach gun there. So, I mean, it works for what I needed to do. I just wasn't planning on it being this full already. And right here, you know, I have some of my ammo right down in here and this is just like my hunting ammo, and some self-defense, my other stuff that I have in the ammo can, which is like over 1,000 rounds in each can. that's just planking. It's just, you know, full metal jacket. Nothing special, just cheap stuff. Just go out plank with, target practice. But yeah, so this is it. This is the system, and it came with all these. Like you can see, all the ones I didn't use. So it comes with quite a bit of shelves. But if you have firearms like me, you're never going to use all these shelves. So as you can see, I do have quite a bit of wasted space down here, but you need to realize that you still have your outlet right there for your lighting system. So you got to make sure you're not, you know, hindering that. And you could probably put another shelf in here. And I noticed that a lot of people were complaining that these clips right here, these clips right here to hold the shelving up, a lot of people, like the older model, had plastic ones. And I guess this is the updated one because these are all metal. So that's really nice. The only other complaint I have is on this side. Whoever installed these, they must have installed it on a Monday or on a Friday because they are not even. So it's really hard to get the shelving on this side even, which that's the reason why I put all the rifles on this side instead of the other stuff. But yeah, that's the only thing I could say that is kind of crappy about this. That kind of shows you that it is cheap, because it doesn't matter where you put your clips at, it doesn't line up properly. So your shelf is not really, it looks straight, but really my shelf's not straight in there. But yeah, and of course you can see these don't go in. They're out at all times. The only ones that move is this one top one, and these 5 on the side. Which, if I was a serious person, I would definitely not get a gun safe with just have one. So if someone really wanted to, I think they could break into this. I wouldn't say super quick, but it can be broken into. Your firearms are definitely not safe. They can get into it. But yeah, so like, you know, I would get one that had multiple up here just to protect it. I really haven't taken this part off to see what's behind here, so I can't really tell you what's back there. And at this point in my life, I really don't care. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's holding my firearms. It's securing them. You know, so if someone should ever break into my house, I'll tell you, this thing is pretty close to 500 pounds. So it's like, I think when I looked, it was like 497 or 96 pounds. So it's closer to 500 pounds. And I literally packed this in by myself. I had a small female trying to help me, which, I'm sorry, she wasn't no help, but at least she gave it her honest effort, and that's what matters, right? And so it took a lot for me to get it in here. But once I did, I was good. I also heard a lot of people complaining about these going out, that they just stopped working. And you can get a hold of Winchester, and they give you the runaround. But if you twist this off and pull it, there's the key back there. And all I did is hung and put my keys somewhere in my room. So if this should ever go out, I'm just going to pull this completely off, not even worry about it, and just use the key from that point on. But so far, it hasn't had any issues yet. So yeah, and I left it on the mounts that it came on for in shipping. But all in all, there wasn't much to put together. You just had to put your handles on, put your battery in, adjust your shelves the way you want it. I don't think that's kind of like a no-go. I wouldn't do that. But you know, if you had that many firearms, I think this system right here, this way of system's way better than this. So I would just order another one of these from Winchester and install it, and then just hang your rifles the same way. But anyways, that's my short take on this. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is the best way to go. It secures your firearms, and it's heavy enough that if someone is going to break into your house and steal it, they deserve your firearms, because this damn thing is heavy. And I take my hat off to whoever's willing to put themselves through that, because that is the last time I'm going to do it. The next safe I'm going to get is going to be a more expensive one, bigger, and I'm having someone install it for me. I'm not doing this again. But if you just want something to put your firearms in, throw them in, to have them, have them secured, if you have children in the house, I think this is a pretty good way to spend some money. Like I said, it was over $1,000 at Tractor Supply, and I got it for like $649 after all the discounts. Then my military discount, it brought it to that price, and I just went and picked it up at the store. They lifted it. They loaded it with a heister, so all I had to do is when I got home, I put my tailgate down, and I backed up to my top step of my house, and then I used a hand truck. Well, first I kind of just slid it off, then I used a hand truck and lifted up that, and then getting it through the threshold was just a pain. I had to do some weird stuff to get it through there, because it was just so heavy I couldn't pull it up through the threshold. So you guys might want to think about that. But all in all, a good safe. Not the best, but it gets the job done. And if you guys like it, I would definitely invest in one. And if you're starting out like a gun collector, and let's say you want to spend more money towards your firearms in a safe, this would be a good way to go, because you can just keep on loading it up, buying new firearms, and not break yourself on expensive safe. All right. Well, that'd be it, guys. Have a good one.